everyone, this is a very non-professional, informal intro and outro because I don't feel like sitting down and setting everything up because I forgot to film the intro. So I hope you guys don't mind this, but a lot of you guys have been enjoying my budget with me videos and I decided to do another one, obviously, as you can see by the title. But yeah, I've gotten tons of messages from you guys saying that they've been really helpful, and I'm glad that they have been helpful. Please hit the subscribe button if you have yet to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified when my videos are posted. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I post a ton on Instagram on my stories and stuff like that on a daily basis, so check me out there as well. And yeah, I also wanted to address a few of the questions that I got. I'm going to answer those questions at the end of the video in the outro, so stay tuned for that to have some questions answered as well. All right, let's jump into the budget and the cash envelopes. Hey everyone, welcome back. So before we get into the actual numbers and all that we do here for the budget, I do want to jump in really quick and show you guys my cash envelopes, the ones that I keep on me. So anything with the pink tab, the yellow, if you guys have been watching the few budget videos I've done so far, the yellow tabs are my sinking fund envelopes. So we're going to dive into those a little bit later, but I had some money left over from the last 2 weeks, or from this first paycheck, and I'm gonna show you guys what I have left over and then kind of decide what I want to do with it. So typically, like I said in my last video, a lot of these are empty towards the end of the 2 weeks, but that wasn't the case for this last paycheck. So we did pretty well. So for groceries, let's see how much we had left. So in here we have, ooh, 25, 6, 7. So $27 left there. Put that on the side. Eating out, empty. Personal care, let's see, $3. Okay, it's something. And then fun is empty as well. So in total from last week, we have 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, $30 left over. So now a lot of people ask me, what do you do if you have leftover money? This is going to be up to you guys. I could either put this in my savings, or I could, you know, just have this on the side as extra spending cash since the cash is already here. It's really up to you, honestly. So I am probably going to take this money and I'm going to add it into my travel sinking fund. This one right here, and we're gonna do the sinking funds later, only because I am going away in July. I'm going to California with my family, so I'm trying to have a little bit more money in this little travel envelope just in case I need it when I'm out there. So we're going to put this money on the side over here, and we'll come back to that and we'll add that to the travel sinking fund later. Oh, so I'm actually going to start over here. I don't believe I did this with May, but I'm going to fill in the actuals from the first paycheck. Obviously for my salary, you guys know I don't show you guys my salary just for privacy reasons. For Concur, I actually ended up getting about $245 instead of my estimated $200, which is great. I have some more money. Now miscellaneous, this is what I was supposed to earn with YouTube. And I made a mistake, and I wasn't supposed to put this in paycheck 1 because this pays out at the end of the month. So I'm going to actually put that over here. So technically my actual for YouTube is 0. All right, so I zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see, and we're actually just going to start at the top, work down, and then jump into our cash envelopes. So salary, like always, I leave this blank. Concur, I'm always going to keep this around the 200 mark just in case, but that's where it usually stays around. Miscellaneous, we can finally add in our amount that was for YouTube that I wrote in last month, but I wasn't supposed to. So we're gonna put in $335.56. All right, so there's that. You can total it out if you're doing this at home for yourself, and then the actual I can fill in at the end of the month. Okay, so going on to expenses. Now I had a little boo-boo. I messed up here, so I had to use some little whiteout tape that I have. On to fixed expenses. My first expense that is always reoccurring is my phone bill. Now, if you watched my last month's video, my phone bill is pretty high. Last month, it was $310.63. This month, it only took out, which I'm glad, $264.71. Yay! So it is lower from $310 down to $264. It could be a lot cheaper still, I think, but I do pay for my entire family and for all of their phones, so that's why the number is so high. Let me know if you have recommendations of services, carriers that have a good deal for a family of 3. The phone bill takes out on 6/16. My internet bill that comes out is $59.99, and that comes out on 6/26. Student loan, we have $172, also on 6/26. Spotify, the family plan for Spotify, $15.89. 6/26. All of my bills come out on 6/26, you guys, for some strange reason. And then Best Buy, which is insurance for my phone, I believe. Yep, 6/26. All right, to get the total, so I'm gonna hold my phone because if I go like this, you guys can see the ring light, which isn't fun. So we're gonna start at the top. Total is $523.18. So we're just gonna write that in. 18, perfect. Now for variable expenses, they're going to be pretty much the exact same from paycheck number 1. So let's just go through those quickly. Groceries, I always give myself $125 in groceries. Gas, I always do $50. Eating out, $100. Entertainment and fun, ooh, 70. Is that what I typically do? Oh no. All right, sorry you guys, I totally forgot that I adjusted these numbers. Yeah, these were adjusted because I did a lot of spending in the beginning of the month. Okay, so ignore what I said in the beginning. Let's just follow along here. Eating out is 100. Entertainment, I typically give myself 100 as well. Personal is 75. Uber, Lyft, and parking, I try my best to stay around $50. So this is what I typically spend on a weekly and daily basis. Everybody's going to have different variable expenses. The previous budget with me video, someone commented and they're like, you spend a lot of money on food, because I have groceries as 125 and I have eating out as 100. Yes, I love food. That's what I kind of like treat myself with. I don't buy purses, I don't buy shoes, I don't buy any of those things. But what I like to do, since I live in a city and I live in the city, there's tons of restaurants and bars that are opening up constantly, so I like to spend my money on food. I like to eat well. That's just, it is how it is for my lifestyle. So change this to whatever your lifestyle is. This is what I allocate my money towards. So I moved this up slightly so you can see this a little bit more. Sinking funds, again, these are just envelopes and money that I'm putting aside for the future, for upcoming events or anything like that. So let's start with travel. So travel, I typically put in $50. You guys can see over here, this is what I normally put in for my sinking funds every single month. But I mentioned earlier, I am going away and I'm traveling to California to visit a bunch of family. So I wanted to give myself a little bit more money in my travel envelope. So I decided to put in 100 this month for travel instead of the usual 50. So I doubled it just for this month because I have a little bit of extra cash and I just wanted to put a little bit more money in there. So moving forward, let's go to emergency. Emergency, we're gonna stick with the same, just $25. Medical, same thing, $25. Car maintenance, another $25. New car, this is going to be $50. Apartment is going to be another $50. Birthdays, we're going to do $20. And then Christmas, we're also going to do $20. So there is that. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot to add this up. All right, so let's add the variable expenses up and then the sinking funds up. So let's start up here. Total there is 500 even. Perfect. So now onto the sinking funds. Let's start at the top. 1, 2, 3, 50, another 50. All right, our total is $315 for our sinking funds. I'm actually going to come over here and kind of figure out which envelopes are cash envelopes for me, and I'm just going to put a C next to the ones that are cash envelopes. So groceries is an envelope, gas is not. I use my credit card for that because I get points and rewards, and I pay that off as I get gas. Eating out is absolutely a cash envelope. Entertainment and fun, yes. And personal for the variable expenses. Uber, Lyft, and parking, they are all connected to my bank account. So that is not an envelope. All right, you guys, moving on to the sinking fund. So I have a cash envelope for every single sinking fund. So I'm just going to put a C next to every single one. And this will show you guys I have an envelope for each one there. Now what I'm going to do is total up the amount of cash I need in each category. For the variable expenses, for example, obviously I know my total is $500, but I don't take out cash for Uber and parking, and I don't take out cash for gas. So these two total up to $100, so $50 and $50 is $100. So I'm just gonna subtract that from the total here because I don't need that in cash. So total cash envelopes for the variable expenses section is going to equal 400. Down here, it's pretty obvious, the total cash envelopes for the sinking funds, we have one for all of them, so it's going to be the same number, 315. Right down here, I'm going to put total for all of the cash envelopes when it comes to variable expenses and sinking funds. And this, we're just gonna add the 400 to the 315, so that we get $715 is what we need to take out. And we're going to go through our denominations of the cash that we need to withdraw. So I always do this just so you guys have an idea of how I do it. 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s. I typically never use 10s, but you never know. There might be one day where I want a 10, so I just always write that at the bottom. So let's start at the top. Groceries, 125, 125. And then we have eating out, we're gonna do 100. Entertainment and fun is another 100. Personal, we do 75. And then we don't take anything out for Uber, Lyft, or parking. So moving down over here. For travel, we're gonna do 100, so 1, 2. Emergency is 25. Medical, another 25. Car maintenance, 25. New car is 50. Apartment is 50. Birthdays is 20. And then Christmas is another 20. For 50s, we're gonna do 11 50s. 20s, we're gonna do 7 20s. And then we're going to do 5 5s, which equals to 715. All right, you guys, we're going to start off with my cash envelopes that I use on a daily basis. I only have 4 here. If you guys want a video on how to make these, the link is down below. I followed that video to make mine, so it's super simple and easy. Let's just jump right into this. We're gonna start with groceries. Groceries, I typically do 125. So there's 50, 125. And again, this is what I have to spend for the next 2 weeks of the month. Then we're going to jump into, what is it? Eating out is 100. So we'll do 50, 100, and eating out. There is a new restaurant I really want to try. I'm super excited. Hopefully I can get to it in the next 2 weeks, but that's what this money will be for. All right, then we're jumping into entertainment and fun, which I allocate $100 towards. I really want to get to the Franklin Institute this week or next week. I want to see the new exhibit that they have there. So hopefully I can go do that or find someone to go with. The last one that I carry on me every single day is personal care, which we do $75. Whoops, 50, 60, 70, and 5. All right, so that goes in there. Now let's jump on to our sinking funds. All right, you guys, let's start off with the travel envelope. In here, let's see what we have. We have 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 270, and we're going to add another $100. And again, double from what I typically do, but I'm traveling in a couple weeks, so I want to make sure I have a good amount of spending money. So we're adding 50 to this, and then what I'm going to do is add that extra money that I had left over from last paycheck's cash envelopes, and we're gonna add it to the travel fund because, like I said, if I wanna buy something while I'm away, I can just pull out of this and I don't have to worry about swiping my card if I don't want to. So grand total for this envelope, we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 390, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 400. We have $400 to spend, and I love this because this again accumulated over time, and now that I'm going away on vacation, I can spend this if I want to, and I don't have to spend this, you guys. All right, so let's put that in our travel envelope. Love it. All right, the next envelope we have is emergency. Emergency, we're doing 25, and then let's see what we actually have in here. So let's just add this to it and then count it all together. So we have 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 190, $200 in our emergency. If you guys can hear sirens, you guys always hear sirens. There's always so much city noise, it's insane. Okay, moving on, we have medical. Medical, we're also doing 25 added. So let's do 25. Organize this and then we'll count it. So for our medical envelope, we have 1, 20, 40, 60, 175. All right. Haven't really touched medical in a while. I haven't really had to go to the doctor or anything, but I might have to go to the eye doctor soon. I'm not sure. I have to double check. Oh, I have to go to the dentist for sure. Okay, car maintenance. We're gonna add another 25 to car maintenance. So 25. Okay. So in our car maintenance, uh-oh, did I mix it up? No. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 145. So 145. All right. Oh my gosh. There was a 5 hiding in here. Okay, so let's recount that. Jeez. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 140, 150. All right, there's 150 in here. Sometimes money likes to just kind of hide in the envelopes. All right, new car. Again, this is a little bit of a newer envelope. So we have, I think, $100 in here. Let's double check, yep. And we're gonna add another 50. So now we have a total of 150 just to set aside. Okay, and then we have our apartment sinking fund. This is also going to get $50 as we wrote down here. So, oh, I did buy something, you guys. So I had to get like candles and air fresheners and stuff like that for the apartment. So I dipped into this envelope because that's the whole point of it. If there's anything I need for the apartment, that's when I dip into this. Or if I like need to buy new furniture or something. So clearly I dipped into this. I totally forgot actually. So we're gonna add another 50. So now we have 125. So there's that. And it was nice not to have to swipe my card. I knew I was going out to get some candles and air fresheners. So I grabbed this envelope and I went shopping with this. Birthdays. We have 20 to put in. So our total is 2, 4, 6, 8, 110. For birthdays, my brother's birthday is actually coming up beginning of July, first week of July. So this will be dipped into for sure. And then we have Christmas. In Christmas, we're just adding another $20. So we have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 110 as well. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed my June paycheck number 2 budget with me, and I hope it was helpful. I did want to answer a few questions here in the outro because I got some good questions. The first one that someone asked was, what if I don't have a salary, and what if I still get paid hourly, which is perfectly fine. If you get paid hourly, typically you know your schedule for the next week or 2, so try to add up and guesstimate how much you would get paid, because you obviously know what your hourly pay is. Add up the hours and, you know, multiply and do all that, and that can go right under the estimated income. Now I put estimated and actual because, like everyone, income fluctuates. I have a salary, so it does stay pretty standard, but if you don't have a salary, that's why we have an estimated section. And if anything, I would always estimate a little bit lower than what you think you're gonna make. If you do get paid hourly, then, you know, going too high and then you're kind of stuck at the end of the month. So definitely try to estimate it, and if you can, just do it like maybe like $20 lower, just in case, because you never know what might happen. And then the other question that I got was, what about credit card debt, any kind of other debt that you might have? And my answer for that is whatever money you have left over at the end of the month, I guess you could say, after all of your expenses, your variable expenses, your sinking funds, if you have any sinking funds, whatever's left over, take that money and put it towards your debt. Put it towards any kind of debt that you might have, whether it's credit card debt or anything like that. It's called debt snowball. I don't do debt snowball because I kind of work and incorporate my debt into my budget, which is my student loan. That's my biggest debt I have. I don't really have credit cards, but if you do have credit cards to pay off, try to pay them off with whatever little money you have left over, because anything helps, and trust me, anything helps. So I hope that answers a bunch of your questions. Those are the 2 main questions that I got, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye!